Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. There are days, maybe even whole seasons, when the world feels cold. Cold in its tone, cold in its silence, and cold in its cruelty. You watch people pass by without looking. You see pain met with indifference. You hear laughter that sounds more like mockery. And deep inside, you begin to wonder if you're the strange one for still caring, for still aching, for still being warm in a place that seems to reward distance, hardness, and detachment. But today, I want to talk to the ones who are still made of warmth. The ones who haven't given up. The ones who still reach out, still show up, still hold on to their softness. The ones who love even when it feels like no one sees it, or worse, when it feels like it makes them a target. If that's you, this episode is a thread woven just for your heart. You didn't choose to feel so much. Maybe you were born this way, or maybe life cracked you open and you never quite sealed back up. But over time, the weight of the world starts pressing in. People ghost you after you've poured your heart out. News stories grow more vicious by the hour. Someone mocks your softness and calls it weakness. You offer help and it's met with suspicion or silence. You feel others' pain so clearly that it almost knocks you off your own path. And when you look around, it seems like the cold people are thriving. The detached ones, the self-protectors, the proud, the cruel, the smugly indifferent. You start to think, maybe I should harden too. Maybe I should stop giving so much. Maybe I should hold my warmth back. Maybe that's the only way to survive in this world. But here's the truth, guys, and it's not easy to say because it demands more of you than what feels fair. You are here to carry warmth through the winter of this world. To feel deeply is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. Warmth is not passive. It takes energy. It burns. It costs. But in a cold room, one candle can light the whole space. That's what you are. You're the one who checks in when no one else does. You're the one who remembers. The one who notices the tremble in someone's voice, the flicker behind their smile, the weight in their silence. You're the one who apologizes first, who softens first, and who believes in reconciliation, even when the cold says, don't bother. Even when your own voice says, it won't matter. But it does matter, guys, because in a world growing numb, your warmth shocks the system back to life. It's not that you feel more than others. It's that you allow yourself to feel. You refuse to close the door even after you've been hurt. And yes, that makes you vulnerable, but it also makes you powerful. Here's the part that gets tricky. You can't warm the world if your own fire goes out. Makes sense, right? So let's talk about how to stay warm when it feels like your soul is freezing. First, you tend your own hearth first. You don't owe your warmth to everyone all at once. You don't have to give it to those who stomp on it. Let yourself rest, withdraw, refill. Speak kindly to yourself like you would to a tired child who's trying their best. Warmth isn't endless unless it's nurtured. Next, find other carriers of warmth. You're not the only one. Believe me, there are others who feel too much, cry at commercials, talk to animals, hold the door even when no one says thanks. Find them. Encourage them. Build fires together. You'll know them when you meet them. It'll feel like coming home. Next, remember, cold is contagious, but so is warmth. If enough of us stay warm on purpose, by choice, through the ache, we thaw things that seemed permanently frozen. A friend opens up for the first time in years. One example. A hardened parent says, "I love you." A stranger starts to trust again. Or a bitter soul decides not to pass the pain forward. Don't underestimate the ripple of a kind word. Don't dismiss the quiet power of staying soft. You were never the problem. You were always the cure, guys. Sometimes you wonder if you care too much, if you love too deeply, if you feel too strongly. But what if that's exactly what the world needs more of? You were not made to blend into the cold. You were made to remind others what warmth feels like. And maybe that's why it's been so hard, because the very thing that sets you apart is the thing that heals. You bring humanity back into places that have forgotten it. Your laugh softens someone's guard. Your tears give others permission to cry. Your presence creates safety in unsafe spaces. And your honesty melts armor, and your compassion rewrites someone's belief that love doesn't exist. You're not too much. You are not naive. You are not foolish for still believing in good things. You are the evidence that love hasn't given up on us. So do all of you carrying warmth through a frozen world. I see you and I love you. Keep going. Not because it's easy. Not because everyone deserves it. But because you deserve to remain whole. Don't let the cold convince you to betray yourself. Don't let the pain convince you to numb. And don't let the world decide what kind of heart you should have. Stay warm, stay bright, and stay real. And if ever you need a place to come back to, remember this. This thread is for you. Always has been and always will be. You are the warmth, you are the light, and you are not alone. I love you guys very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.